growing up in Ghana, growing up in the community that we have as Ghanaians, one thing that they would always say is that Bemansu. So, and you would hardly see a man even cry. A man crying, that's like unprecedented. That's unheard of. It's in recent times that we see that men will try to like, but my I've never seen my father cry before. Bro, hey, like that's a big deal. Even when something has happened, like maybe they lose their wives, you would hardly see men cry. And our society makes us believe that Burmans, and it goes even just it goes beyond belief. It's something that we have accepted. So do you cry?
Yes, men cry.
So you cry?
Oh yes, you men cry. Just that you know, when you cry in public or you cry in the midst of people, they do it to tell you as you are weak. But trust me, you're not weak. It's not about weakness.
Hmm.
Everybody is weak. Even Jesus cried.
Ah,
Yes. So men cry.
okay.
Just that we don't let it show.
Hmm. Well, it's good to know that men cry. So you hide in the washroom. So is it a case of sometimes I know some men would stay in the washroom for very long hours. So can we say that sometimes when you stay in the washroom for long hours, you are crying?
Oh no. Sometimes you're just in the washroom to think, try to reflect on one or two things, try to plan your day or in it something else. Me, for instance, when I'm in the washroom with my phone, I'm playing games.
Oh, okay.
So when I keep long in there, yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right.
So in the washroom, well, some do cry in the washroom though. Some do cry in the washroom. But I think one of the best places men cry is in their car.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
You finish crying and then you wipe your tears and
you come out
then
and
you know, yeah, I get it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. Okay, so Daniel, here's it. I was scrolling through Facebook one time, and here you were talk you had posted a picture. I'm very sorry for your loss. I have a child, and I cannot imagine what would happen to me or what I would do if I lost my child. And so I think I read your post with that mindset, with that from that perspective. And after reading, this is something I would hardly even do. But after reading the post you made, I sent you a message. I don't know if you can remember, but I sent you a message. That was my first time ever sending
yeah, I
you
do.
a message like that. This was a random person. I said, and it hits me so I could literally feel your pain. I can't imagine what it feels like to be in your shoes losing your child. But do you mind sharing with us what that season was like for you?
Well, that season I think that was 2024. That was a tough season actually because already life was like so hard. You're going about trying to find your feet, trying to see how best you can survive, and then make sure your child also survives. And you wake up one morning, you get a call from, let's say, like, you get a call from your sister-in-law, and she calls you to say, "Oh, hey, sorry."
I
She calls you
understand.
to
I can
say,
say
"Can you come to?" Well, there are kids in my house,
that's
so you get a call, and then your sister-in-law says, "Can you come to Kumasi today?" And you ask the question, "What is going on?" And she tells you, "Your child has been rushed to the hospital, so you are needed in Kumasi as soon as possible." And at that moment, just even you being told your child has been rushed to the hospital is enough to put you in a state that you'll be disoriented. You'll be so disoriented that you wouldn't know what to do because already you know what your child is going through. So my child was diagnosed of congenital heart disease. And I think that was 2023. And then we're trying our possible best to find a solution to it. The only solution we had was a heart transplant, which the amount to get that done wasn't something small, and even to get a donor for the transplant wasn't something small. So we kept praying as Christians. I was praying, we were praying in my house, everywhere. Mind you, as at that time, I wasn't with my child, so he was with my my ex-wife's sister and mom in Kumasi. So once in a while, I do go and visit and come back to Accra. It was that journey in and out. At times you'd be this, but on this particular day, that was on the 3rd of June, 3rd of July, actually, I was called. When I saw the call, I knew maybe they were calling because of money, because I know it's normal at that time of the month. So I firstly ignored the first call, actually, and then I was called again. I ignored, so I called my mom to ask her if they've called her, and then she was like, no. Then she said, why? And I said, I've been called twice and I don't know why. And then she said, okay, you need to call and then find out what is going on. So I did make the call. I actually waited for like about 2 to 3 hours before I called. And when I called, she asked where I was. And I said, oh, I'm home. And that day was raining. That particular July, 3rd July, it was raining very heavy from morning. It was strange. So I told her, oh, I am here. I'm home, actually. Then she asked if I could come to Kumasi. And I said, with the rain, how it's raining, it'll be very difficult for me to actually move from my place to even get to the bus station and then get to Kumasi. So she should give me some time. When the rain stops, I would actually find my way to get to Kumasi no matter what. So I was there. It was around, I think, 4 p.m. that day when the rain actually calmed down. And I wanted to go, but our mothers and no, it's late, don't travel at night. And yeah, so I said, okay, you know what, don't worry, let me just stay and then go the next morning. So the next morning, very early, I think about 6 in the morning. Yes, I was already at the VIP station. I left home as early as, oh boy, sorry, I left home as early as 5 to get to the VIP station. So I was at the VIP station, and then my sister-in-law called again. She called and she asked where I was. And I said, oh, I'm on my way. Then she was like, okay. Then I asked, how is my son? Is he okay? Where is he? We're speaking Tree actually. And then she said in Tree that, oh, we're free. I didn't really get it. I didn't really get the whole thing at that point. So I asked her again, what does she mean by that? Like, with film, like, what does she mean by that? And then she said, her son has passed.
You were in the bus at that time.
I wasn't even in the bus. I was at the station. So there's something about me when I get to a VIP station. I'm selective when I want to pick a bus. I try to watch the bus and look at them. So I was actually trying to get a good looking bus, a bus that I'll feel comfortable, because it's a long journey. Some of the buses look good on the outside, but the inside is terrible. So I was actually looking when she called. So I was outside. I got myself, I think, malt and then bread because I had not eaten. I just needed something for the road. So when she said my son has passed, trust me, I even forgot I was in public. Yeah, I forgot I was in public. I just broke down into tears. I was wailing, I was shouting, and people now, I think I got the whole station's attention. Yes. I think I got the whole station's attention, and everybody was looking at me. What is wrong? Why are you crying? And I was just, because I was all by myself. There was nobody by me. It was just me going. And the people was like, people were coming to me. There was one man that I think he came to drop someone, and he had a Land Cruiser. So he just asked me to come sit inside the car and then comfort me in that moment. And he asked me to call my family, call people that actually, if someone would even come around so that we all go together. So I called my mom, and I think, mind you, even that day, that particular day, it was a very crazy day because when I called my mom, she was like, she's tight right now. And I asked, what is going on? She said, my auntie has been rushed to the hospital as well that morning. Now, I was like, okay, so how do I tell you this? How do I break this news to you and so on? So I was like, she asked, why are you crying? Then break, I had to just break the news to her that this is what is happening. And from the other side of the phone, I could hear her crying. She was screaming. So I told her I'll call her back. I had to call my sisters. I called a few other people I know. And I had to call my church as well. Currently, my pastor is trending. So I had to call my pastor, Prophet Bernard. I had to call him. And I spoke to him about it. And he asked, he made a couple of pastors called me, and then they spoke to me, and then I went to Kumasi. I was on my way to Kumasi all by myself. So my mom said she was trying to make sure my auntie is well taken care of at the hospital. Then she's going to join me in Kumasi. So I got to Kumasi, I think about 1 p.m. I went to their house, and when I got there, an atmosphere when someone has passed. So I got there, we had a few discussions, and then we went to the morgue to check. It was hard going in to check, actually. It was my first time. It was my family. I've not had anyone close die for me to even get close to the mortuary to say maybe I'm going to. But yeah, I had to go in there to go and check, and I was sad seeing a 2-year-old in the midst of grown-ups. Yeah, it was sad because when I got there and I was ushered in, there were a couple of people around. They've just been brought. They've just been brought there, and the man said, "This is your son." So I went and saw him. It was very hard on me. It was very, very hard on me. So I came out. What can you do? What will happen has already happened. And you don't need to go around, do your paperwork and all that stuff. At that moment, I think the only thing that I focused on was just making sure he's okay. He's passed, but making sure that I do the necessary things to just get him buried, because they said he's a kid. My mom said he's a kid and he's not supposed to
Yeah.
we are not supposed to do anything long and that. So we weren't able to do the burial that day, but We did it the following morning. So my mom came around, I think she got to Kumasi around 12 a.m. And the following morning, we went back to the morgue to check. And what's what actually broke me the most was when the man opened the door. You know, if you've been to those on here with us, if they've been to Comfort Noche, especially the mortuary side, they have this big door, and when they open it, you can see how human beings have been packed. Yeah, they've been packed on top of each other, like they are shelves of human beings packed there. And the man just held my son's leg, dragged him from the top. When his head came, he held him from the neck, and then just one leg, brought him, placed him on I think it was this truck, this thing that they put them on. So I stood there with my mom and then my sister-in-law, and the undertakers had to come in, dress him, and then I think that morning we even bought a coffee. And it was everything was just a shock for me because we've not had anyone close to our family die, and then we would have to be doing such stuffs, you know. So I was there. My mom couldn't handle it. My sisters, I had to even call them on video because they all couldn't make it because it was too sudden, and I had to call them on video for them to see him for the last time. And then person my mom couldn't handle, you know, because she had prepared some nice clothes for him that she said when he comes for Christmas, she's going to give it to him to wear. And it was very sad that that particular day, yeah, that's the clothes she had to give to him to finally rest, you know. So I did everything. I helped with dressing him up, putting him in the coffin. And since he was young, we didn't want to pick an ambulance, so there was a taxi driver that we spoke to that said he's going to do it. So I was alone with the taxi driver and my son in the coffin in the taxi, and my mom and some pastors from my ex-wife's family were also in another car. From the hospital to the cemetery was, I think, one of the longest journey for me because I was now trying to process everything. I kept asking, "Is that my son in this box? Is that my son?" Like I kept processing everything. I was actually struggling to believe that this is actually happening to me. So we got to the burial site. We didn't want it wasn't something that we had to do long and all. So we got there. We did what we were supposed to do, and we left. Last same day we came to Accra. I even came to Accra. I even went to church. I went to church. Yes, I went to church. I went to church. I went to work. And when my prophet saw me, he was surprised
Like, what
to
are
see
you
me.
doing
Like,
here?
yes, that's the same question he asked after church. What are you doing here? I said, "Oh, Papa, yeah, done. I'm done." And she, I think that night was when I felt it actually because now I was coming. I couldn't even sleep. I cried. I cried throughout the night. I didn't sleep. I cried throughout the night.
Daniel, let me ask you this. You said, unfortunately, your son got diagnosed with a heart condition. So,
Yes.
the day before he died, were you did you have this sort of hope that he would get better, or you feared that that day would finally come when you would lose him?
If I say hope, um, a hope, no, I didn't have hope, but I feared that day would come, but I didn't know it would be this soon. That I didn't know it would that soon because have done a lot of research. I've checked on a whole lot of stuffs, and there was some little hope that some I even joined a group for people with kids like that, and some hope some go as old as 20 years and all with that same condition, you know. But it all depends on where you are located. You know, we are in Ghana, we are in Africa. So,
Right.
yeah, so, because the doctor in Confanoche, I hope this doesn't bring a lot of trouble. The doctor in Confanoche just kept packing drugs, drugs upon drugs for the kid. And when anything happened and they send him, he just packs a new set of drugs. I don't know. So hope was little.
Okay.
Hope was really little because from most of the posts I was seeing online in that particular group, hope was little.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
So, in this case, would you say that a little, I know you are a parent, you want the best for your child, right? And sometimes, unfortunately, wanting the best for the child would have to mean that it's okay if he finally goes to rest. Then when he's wherever he goes, there will be no more pain, there will be no like hospital visits. Forget about the money you have to spend. But this time it is for the child's good, right? Do you ever feel like, well, you're a Christian. They say in all things we should thank God. How is your thanksgiving like that God finally this boy can rest from all that he's been going through?
Oh, my Thanksgiving was actually okay because I was on the other hand I was sad, but on the other end too I was happy because he wouldn't be going through all those pain and being put in a lot of tubes and all that
Hmm.
because I've witnessed him breathing and trust me it's difficult. It was very difficult for him most of the time. And mind you, from the first diagnosis, the doctor said the heart was swollen. So you can imagine someone with a swollen heart, the pain the person will be going through. There are times that I I saw I saw him and his mouth was blue. Yeah, yeah. The times that I saw him, his mouth was blue and all that. So I cried, but on the other end too, I was happy for him because he wouldn't have to go through all that anymore. Yeah.
You've been through so much. I really can't imagine. Now let's talk about. Would you say that you have completely healed? He passed in 2024, so it's been like 2 years now.
Yes, yeah.
How has your healing been like? Or let's say transitioning from accepting that he is no more and moving on with your life. How has that journey been like?
Um, it wasn't an easy journey. It wasn't easy because there are days you would wake up and you feel that pain. There are times that it's even hard to. My mother is sitting close to me, but I will say this: it's even hard to delete pictures of him. It's very very hard to delete pictures of
I
him.
mean, how do you do that? How do you do that? Sasha Vanessa's death was heartbreaking. Hey, did you give Vanessa heartbreak? Vanessa, tell us, did he give you some?
Tasha is my good friend, and don't mind her. I know why she's. Tasha is my good friend. Please, if you look at TikTok, one more quick. So, don't mind Tasha. Tasha there. Transitioning it was difficult, but it all depends on you how you handle it. There are some people that can accept that something is gone, something that you just have to let something go. It's not easy letting go, but some people will say when you let go easy, you're heartless, but it doesn't mean you're heartless. Sometimes it's best for you because I can tell you truthfully that I had to make a hard decision to let it go
Yeah.
because I noticed it was affecting me mentally. Yeah, because you would and it will affect you in all ways. You start withdrawing, you start doing a whole lot of stuff that you won't understand, and you will not be able to move on.
Yeah.
You will not be able to move on if you don't accept that it has happened.
Mhm.
So healing, I always thank my sisters and my mom and my family that they were supportive. They were very very supportive in this journey because they're always there. It was hard on them. I can even say it was hard on them than it was hard on me because
Yeah.
my sisters met him only once. I think
Oh,
once. Yeah,
okay. Because you were not
yeah,
staying together.
yeah, yeah. They met him only once, and it was really hard on them. But they didn't give up. They didn't let it affect them because if I am weak, they are supposed to be my support system. They are supposed to be there for me. So they really helped in me transitioning into being a better person or accepting that it has already happened. So I just need to let it go.
Mhm, mhm. What's one thing that, aside accepting it, that this is your new reality, aside accepting it, what else have you done or do you do that you think is helping you heal better?
Um, One thing so I went back to what makes me happy, you know, and then opening up to people, I went back to I love to travel a lot. So I went back to going on trips. I went back to doing a couple of stuff that will help you take your mind off what you're going through. So, yeah.
So, would you say that losing your son, unfortunately, is the biggest blow when it comes to heartbreak that you've ever experienced?
Yes. Yes. It's the biggest because losing something do I say you created or something that um, became a part of you. Yeah, it was a very big blow to me. It was a very big blow because I like kids a lot, a lot. So having my own was one big joy that I was very happy about it, and then to lose it or to lose him was a very big blow to me. Yeah,
Would you do it again?
of course,
With
of course.
no, do you ever have this feeling like, oh, what if it happens again? Or how do you navigate that? Sasha says he'll do it soon. I like that. He has to do it. He has to do it soon. I agree. Yeah.
Well, you see, in life, I actually put a lot of things to growing up. I've come to accept that when you fall, you have to rise again. And I've been in situations where I have fallen and I've risen again. Like, you know, growing up, you are trying to ride a bicycle, you fall, you get hurt. The next day, you still go want to ride because you want to perfect it. So it's not something that that will prevent me from going again or doing it again. I will.
I like
Yeah.
that. I like that. Kafui said that losing your child is more than heartbreak, rightly so. In fact, I
Yeah.
keep saying
Yeah.
I can never imagine. I remember when I was 9 years or six, my mom lost her first child, my big sister, and it was a terrible season. But this is another one. What actually led me, sorry, what actually led me to coming to your DM to ask if you would want to have this conversation was, I don't know if it's Tasha, but I saw that it was a screenshot of a conversation you had had with someone, and you had put it out there alongside a caption. And I think the person was saying, if you killed yourself, like by now, we would be celebrating your it's a 2 1 year anniversary. You said 2 year anniversary, and it actually gave you the opportunity to talk about what you had been through. Not everyone talks about the things they go through, the things that hurt them. And I've had my fair share of telling people my issues, and before you know it, it's broadcast and everyone knows about it. But you took to a platform as big as social media to talk about it. I believe that sharing your problems sometimes, it may not necessarily solve the problem, but it helps you cope. Would you say that is a kind of coping mechanism for you towards your healing?
Um, you know, so some time ago I was telling someone that you see people on Facebook making noise, and I sit back and I laugh because I was all over Facebook. I was all over social media. Actually, those days when we were doing BBM, I was one of the very known or popular
Okay,
guys on
Blackberry.
BBM.
Okay.
BlackBerry, yes. So I was known everywhere. So when I was having my issues, I have people close to me who knew, and they didn't care. I have people who post it out there that this is what Danny is trying to do. Get close to Danny, anybody, and
I
I
think I saw
shared
something
from
like that. Yeah, I think I
yes,
saw something like that some time
yeah.
ago.
So I shared from the beginning, my marriage, from the marriage dissolving to also it was okay that I put it out there because people know me. A lot of people know me, and they know what I've been through. They know what I'm going through, so they look out for me. The conversation I posted was a conversation between a very good friend of mine. Actually, I call him my brother. We all went to high school together, and he has been there from day one. He has been supportive. He's been making sure that I'm okay. And he bringing that up actually was one thing that made me realize how far I have come. Yeah, because that moment where you are like, oh, enough is enough. You want to just end it all, and
Oh, you
then you
actually
get
got
some.
to that point.
Oh yes, 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 yes. Yeah. And then you get someone that will come to you and say, "Hey, don't be silly. Why do you know your friends and they call you and they insult you and they make fun of you, and it gives you some hope that you have people around you. So sometimes you look at all these people and then you ask yourself, why do you want to do this? Why do you want to put people in this position? So I said, let me just give it a try again.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Wow. I think your friend deserves some shout outs that it
Yeah.
took him. For you
Yes.
to actually say that, let me give this another try.
Well,
That's
it took a lot of people. Tasha is even number one. Tasha is
Go
packed.
Tasha.
Tasha is always on me. She's always on me like she has
Tasha is
been.
saying only him. You had better come out quickly to say that Tasha is also one of those persons. Yes, I can know. Oh, Tasha, it's good to know. Well done. Yeah.
Tasha has been a good friend for a very long time, and she's still a good friend.
Yeah. Thank God for people like thank God for people
Yeah.
like Tasha. We
Some
can hold
someone
you
like
down.
Belle, Nadine, Francis, Romeo. A lot of them, most of them on Facebook. Trust me, when you post this and they know themselves, they'll come and insult me under the post. Trust me.
In fact, please give them proper shout outs. I'll post it separately. So let's go.
Proper
So
shout
that you
outs.
start them up. Or you want to be careful not to miss someone's name, and then
That's
before
it.
you know it,
But like a big shout out to the Facebook community, man. They really did a lot, because people called. Like the way you saw my post and you sent a message, I could show you a lot of messages I got from people calling Kafui. Where's Kafui? I think I saw
yes,
Kafui.
definitely.
Yeah, Kafui is a friend to my sister Dinah. They all checked up, they all called, they all sent messages and all that. So you know, and big shout outs to my sisters.
Mm, yeah, yeah. Well done. And God bless all these people. Now let's
Yeah.
move away from loss and let's talk some. We are in the month of love. It's February, y'all. So how about love relationships? How hard have you been hit by love? Yet you want to do it again.
Um, medical will say if we fall, we go rise. So, if fall,
Yeah.
you still have to rise. Yeah, you still have to rise.
Okay, so let I tell me a story about how, like, not your recent big, no, not that kind of one, but before, let's say, this one, which love story really shook you? What was your first heartbreak like?
Hey, first one was in high school.
Yeah, I'm sure that one, it hits, man. That one
Till
hits, right?
till
The
till
first
till
heartbreak.
today, till today. If I see that friend of mine, I just punch him. I just hit him for no reason. He lives in my neighborhood, and anytime I see him, I just hit him for no reason.
Was he the one who gave you the heartbreak, or he
Oh,
engineered it?
he was the one. No.
A guy?
No. So let me put it this way.
Okay. But disclaimer first, Kafui says tell the truth. So please let's
Like,
be guided.
so I
Tell
say
the truth.
20. Can't free. Chill. Relax, relax. So this is like 16 years ago or something. I think we're in
Okay.
Form 2 in SHS. And there was this girl, Charlie. Fine girl, very nice girl. Salome Okulu. And then this friend of mine. eh, I like this girl. This friend of
Okay.
mine just cornered the girl.
Oh, so he went ahead of you?
I think that. Oh, he. So yes, let me put it that he went ahead of me. Yes, he did go ahead of me because Charlie. I was talking to my friend about I like this girl, and the next day, then you know that hey, your friend is going out with the girl you like. Charlie, that whole week I was down in school like something. I wasn't eating.
Hey, Salome people and heartbreak. Well, if you're Salome
Charlie.
again, you are a champion of heartbreak, please trust why. Trust. Anyway, how do you feel today after having this conversation?
Oh, my network.
Yeah.
Oh, what's happening?
Okay, I think it's back now. Yeah. I was
Yeah.
asking how you feel today after having this conversation.
Oh, I feel normal because there are a couple of people who have had this conversation. People don't actually know what is really going on. So some of them through my posts, they come to me, and then it's normal for me having this conversation lately. Yeah, it's normal for me having this conversation. So I feel okay. Sometimes it's good to share. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe in sharing. I believe so much in sharing because for all you know, there's someone who is going through this thing that you're going through who didn't even know that there's a community online where you can just join. You can find some hope. You can sometimes you'll be despair, you'd be heartbroken, but you can find hope. Someone's story ended well, it succeeded, and so you find some little bouts of hope just by listening to someone's story. And I'm happy for you that you have gone through that phase and now you are doing well. What would you say to men just like you who are going through difficult seasons? We are in the month of love and different reasons. Some who are today, these days, DNA issues are on the rise, where you find out that
Mm.
you've been living with someone for years and then only to realize that the child that you've been thinking is yours, giving your love and your affection and everything to, is not your child. This is definitely not your situation, but I'm just citing this example that it's something
Yeah.
that's on. And a lot of men are walking about with heavy burdens on their shoulders. They don't talk about it because when they talk about it and even express their emotions, people will think that they are weak. What would you say to men, some men out there who are like this, who don't share, who don't express their emotions?
So, one thing I have developed is how I handle situations. You know, there was one thing I learned from my situation because what was going on wasn't just about my son. It was about my marriage as well. And looking at the other party who didn't care, or I'm not saying she didn't care about the child, but didn't care about the situation to even say, let me put this aside and then we work together for the child. That made me learn something that you should also think about yourself. It's not you are being wicked, but think about yourself. Because if you die today, that person is going to live their life. Do the worst thing they can do is um they say maybe after some few months, trust me, after some few months, they'll live their life. They'll go on with their life. So you just have to think about yourself, fight for yourself. Don't let an issue between you and someone bring you down. Maybe you are walking around heavy hearted, the person is there chilling, oh.
No.
And you will be going to bed with heartache, headache. You wake up and your BP is high. There was a time I checked my BP, and then there's this pharmacy just across the street of my house. I go there every morning to check my BP, and when I check my BP, or when I check my BP, and the lady sees it, she's like, "Bruh, who drink dodo?
Hi, Jenny.
I been doing it this soon."
Hmm?
And when I go there the following day, she's like, there was a time I went there. She's like, "Me know na any results need that and to me check him out."
Wow.
Yeah, 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 yeah. She was like, "Me know na any results need that and to me check him out." You know, just do, just trust me. Just focus on yourself.
Yeah. Not too I will wholly be good, right? To be
Mm, I saw a post this evening that one man has shot himself dead in Copenhagen, and I said it's serious, but that was not needed.
yeah.
I
You must
understand that four children for 19 years, and the DNA comes out and they are not yours. Don't kill yourself.
so he killed himself.
Well, that lady will still go on. Oh. You know, the most annoying part, that lady will go back to the children's father, the original father, and to be with him. you are gone. Maybe you had even set up a will or something for her, and she's going to inherit all those things, and she's going to enjoy. So you find out something like this, just find one chilled beer, club beer, drink. You calm down, sit down, plan your life. Because if you don't sit down and plan your life and you want to kill yourself, today you are dead and gone. That person that caused all this is going to leave. She will not even feel any remorse for her to even keep it away from you for 19 years. So
Now,
don't let situations eat you up. Don't let even Jesus that was whipped. He didn't let all these things, all the things he went through. He didn't let them. So I think men should find a way of handling situations, because I know that we are different. Okay, and I think when we share to other men, there's tell it that it's a wonderful group. I won't lie to you. That group is a wonderful group.
it's a
Yeah.
safe place for men, right?
Yes. It's a bit crazy, but it's a wonderful group. We make fun. You post, you are serious. You post something, and the guys will come and make fun of you. And then, while some people are making fun of you, some are actually advising you. Yeah, it's a wonderful group. Trust me. So you would even get help from people in that particular group. People will go out of their way to come and help you.
Wow.
I remember when I made a post about my son passing, I was called by some of them. Some of them sent messages, whatever help I needed, they came out for me, and then it was really wonderful. So don't keep your situations to yourself. Open up, talk to people, pray to God.
Agree.
Once you're opening up, because you might open up to someone, and then the person, people will use it against you. It will spread, it will get to other people, but don't let that disturb you, because it's bound to happen.
Yeah.
It's bound to happen. So you open up, you share, you focus on your life, because I'm sure that I looked at all the dreams I have, the kind of things I want to do. I looked at all those things and I said, no,
Life is worth
let me not
living.
give up. Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you so much.
You.
Kafui says we all have different ways of dealing with situations and emotions, but suicide should never be an option, and that's absolutely true. I'm very happy to see some very good people joining. Amu, thank you for joining. Eugene, Malcolm. Oh, thank you so much. Is it Tatiana? I'm not sure, but thank you all for joining. I think I've had a great conversation with you, Daniel. And I asked the question, where do broken hearts go? But from this interaction, I want to believe that broken hearts go to a place where they can find solace. And sometimes this place is a community. When people get broken hearts, they go to their family, they go to their friends, to share their problems, and sometimes they find, and I think most times they find some comfort there. And so to anyone out there watching this conversation right now, just like McCaffrey said, you may be going through all sorts of things, but suicide is never an option. Life is worth living. And today, if Daniel killed himself 2 years ago, he wouldn't be here telling this story and even looking back and laughing at some of the things that happened. And that's, I guess, the beauty of life. And so I'd like to say a very big thank you to you all for joining. Thank you for the love. Thank you, Daniel, especially for agreeing to share your story and doing it so graciously. Thank you so much. I appreciate this. And I hope that for anyone who watched it and is going through a difficult season, you find some comfort. And I wish that you find endless comfort in whatever you're going through, and you come out stronger, just like Daniel here has come stronger. So Daniel, I'm wishing you the very best. I'm hoping that there wouldn't be another situation where we would have to actually launch a search party. Where is Daniel? Call Daniel. If you know Daniel, please send him a message. Go to his house. I hope that that never happens again. Yes, and whatever your heart is searching, I hope that you find
No,
and you find some joy, you find some bliss, whatever you've lost, may it be restored to you in even a greater fold. And may your joy know no bounds. Yeah. So I'm wishing you the very best. Thank you so much for doing this. Guys, it's a wrap here on
thank
Candid
you.
Chat with Jackie. Thank you all for making today's session a reflective and a very good one. It's been great. This February, we are doing all things men. So next week we'll be asking another big question. Why did I get married? You don't want to miss this one. Please have a great week. Have a fabulous week. Valentine's Day is just around the corner. Please do something nice for your girlfriends, your wives, your boyfriends, and your husbands. Those of us who are single to find our way. Until then, have a good evening. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Okay.